It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to the full shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Baas McClelland.
And this is It's Movie Time.
Indeed, it's movie time.
Well, my incredible Linny.
Good one.
Let's talk about a rom-com on Netflix and maybe other places.
Right.
Called The Incredible Jessica James.
Right. It makes it sound like it's going to be a super hero movie, but it's not.
Well, the kind of veiled allusion to Jesse James
Right,
gives it a little bit of that roguish bit to it.
Yeah.
But it's it's big city. It's New York.
New York.
She's 25 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and she's pretty exciting, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, she does a fine job of giving life to a very predictable rom-com. And her name is, the actress who's playing Jessica is Jessica Williams, and she was a former daily news correspondent on television. Jessica Williams is
Yes.
the actress that's playing Jessica James, and she is an aspiring playwright. She is hoping to have one of her plays produced by a New York theater. I think she lives in Brooklyn.
Yes, that's right.
And we never learn anything about what her plays are about, but we do know that she is constantly getting letters, rejecting her play, and they're scotched
I like that.
to the wall.
She posts them on the wall,
Yeah,
all
they're
her
on-
rejections,
Yeah, all of her
because this
rejections.
woman can't be put down.
Right.
They're reminding her of what she has to do.
Yes. Yeah. And she is a very strong, jubilant woman who recently broke up with her boyfriend. And she has a girlfriend named Tasha. And Tasha sets her up with another guy whose name is Boone. And
Yeah.
he is played by Chris O'Dowd, is that right?
Oh, listen, our audience will know who Chris O'Dowd is.
I love
He
him.
is the go-to guy for that kind of, just a little bit dorky,
Yep.
attractive guy.
Kind of bumbling.
Right, and but he's just a sweetheart,
Yes,
and
he
a
is.
very good second act for women who are looking for somebody substantial.
He's kind of awkward, but he's
Right.
funny and he's nice. And their relationship takes a long time to develop, but it kind of anchors the rest of the movie, I think.
I like that. I like that, the way that it develops slowly.
Yes.
It doesn't even look like a good fit to
No,
begin with.
exactly. It really doesn't.
You know,
She has so much self-confidence,
Yes, he
and
does.
I love that one scene where she gets on a subway and there's a man sitting in a space that she could be sitting in. She just gives him one look, and he moves over. She's just got all of this energy. I
You
love
know-
the scenes where she's dancing, and she's just terrific.
Even the scenes with Damon, her ex-love, are very good.
Oh, indeed.
He's
And
a charmer.
one of my favorite things about the movie is every once in a while, you don't know this right away, but they are her daydreaming or imagining something. And that one scene where she's talking to Damon, and a piano comes down and just crushes him flat.
Yeah, I think more than one scene, she comes out on top in their arguments. That's her dream.
Yes.
She has the last word. And the piano, I forgot that one.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
Smashes him down.
Yeah. She goes and visits her parents or her family.
Oh, yeah. In Ohio.
In Ohio, right. Ohio is the place to go for writers who are in the big city. They come from Ohio. There's something about our state
Right.
that writers like.
I think so. I've got a stepdaughter who lives in New York, and
Right.
she works in the publishing business, so that's exactly the way it is. But, and of course, when she goes home to Ohio for her sister's baby shower, everybody kind of puts her down, and so she's glad to get back to New York. So,
It's so funny to see this without coronavirus, isn't it?
yes.
You know,
it is.
how people move and groove.
Right, you forget the crowds in watching this movie, it reminds me how much I love New York, because I do go there frequently, and then it hit me, I probably won't be able to go back there for a long, long time.
Well, we may not. Now, I'll tell you another thing that I like about this movie, Lenny. I like her job with the nonprofit.
Yeah, teaching little kids about
Yes.
theater writing.
It's
Yes.
like a different version of Kaminsky method,
Right.
you know, where we get to see Michael Douglas teaching his
Exactly.
students.
It's a similar scene.
Yeah, and I like this too. Although I would say one of the weaknesses of films, we don't get to see that enough.
Right.
I mean, her big deal is to get the kids to go to a writer's weekend.
Right.
A really wonderful idea.
Exactly. It is a great idea.
And her star pupil is not going to be going.
Mm-hmm.
So there's where a little bit of the tension and the conflict come for her. And because I am not sure there's that much conflict. The thing is, as you were pointing out, she's so ebullient that it's tough even with all these rejection letters to put that girl
Right.
down.
I remember she gets one letter that says the person who received her letter and received her, what's it called, script, she actually read it. And Jessica gets so excited because this woman had actually read her play.
Yeah, the rejection letter had a comment about her writing.
Yes.
And she calls her friend to tell her she's so excited. It's a rejection letter.
But she read it.
But she's excited because somebody actually read her
Yeah,
stuff.
I wish we knew more about what her plays are about. And I think she gives a real thick notebook of all of her plays.
Yeah, right.
To
It's
Boone.
more than Neil Simon for crying out loud.
And, oh, yes, and so he does read them, and the only thing he says about the plays is he looks at her and he says, "You're very complicated."
You know, I wondered about that too. I thought that was somehow a cop-out. I really wanted him to make some specific references to her writing, other than saying that she's complicated.
Right.
Yes, we know that. I mean,
Right,
this is the whole film
Mhm.
about this complicated character, but I was hoping that he'd have something more incisive, more specific, having read all of her plays.
Right, but it's consistent with his character.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, he's not confrontational. He is going to be nice and a kind guy, but that's one of those kind of veiled criticisms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're complicated. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In what way? Why do you say that?
Why do you say that? And she is, but the film, one of the film's limitations is that she seems to be way too complicated for the film.
Thank goodness, because otherwise the film would be very flat. It's very predictable, everything
Oh.
in it. You think, oh, yeah, well, that's gonna happen, and now that's gonna happen, and it does.
Yes.
But it's her character, and it's Jessica's acting that carries the film.
Yes, and you know, we're talking, this film is a good, what, 3 years old, do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm wondering what has happened to her, and I noticed that in her IMDb, she's in some strange movie, Omnibus something or other, and it's a
Yes.
strange movie, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of upward mobility for her.
Exactly.
And I'm wondering what happened, because the playwright, James Strauss, surely wrote this for her. She had been in films with him before.
Right.
And I don't think it's any secret that he wrote it for her. So here's a vehicle for this very talented young actress, and yet I don't.
What is she doing now?
I know. I mean, and that's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody hates that.
With our
What do you do?
situation, not too many actors.
Well, but
working in
there
it.
was a couple of years in there where she could have skyrocketed to
Mhm,
fame, and
right.
I'm not feeling that. I'm looking and seeing this dynamo and saying,
She is very good.
yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's a matter of what they choose. You know, sometimes they make not good choices.
Right, yes.
Or, I don't know. Anyway, she's a 6-foot lady.
Yes, she's very tall. Very, very tall.
And it fits her imposing
Yes.
personality.
And her imposing hairdos.
Oh, yes.
Her hairdos, the styling of her hair, that's what's incredible about the movie. Beautiful.
Well, Linda Baas McClelland.
Yes, sir.
The movie is The Incredible Jessica James.
Jessica James.
What grade do you award it?
If anyone else had played her role, I would have given it a C.
Okay.
But she carries the film, and so I'll give it a B.
And you're spot on. That's exactly what I say. We were hoping for an A, but in the end, you got to say, look, this is a formula
Very, very, very.
driven by a dynamic personality,
She's terrific.
and we're looking ahead, hoping that there's more to come.
Yeah, but it's a nice film to watch on Netflix during these difficult times.
Yes.
When your mind can be taken
Yes.
away somewhere else.
Well, Lenny, I hope we're liberated by the time this airs.
Well, that's true. Oh,
I hope, we should be right around the time when
Right.
things are liberating. So anyway, this is a good way, anyway, to celebrate our beating this coronavirus.
I hope.